lately I've had a lot of friends ask me for help with different things like how to curl their hair, how to choose makeup products for their skin type. And so I've decided that I'm going to start doing a Tutorial Tuesday segment. And so this is the first one, but this is a question I get asked a lot is, how do you curl your hair like that? And I think with the release of a lot of wands, a lot of girls learned how to curl their hair on a wand but never really learned how to on a normal curling iron, and sometimes you can only get this type of curl with a normal curling iron. So when I'm talking wands, a lot of them are tapered like this, and I do use these from time to time, but more often than not I use a standard curling iron. I've had this one for a really long time now. It's kind of burnt in the middle, but it gets the job done. All I've done so far is I've washed my hair and I applied some products before I blow dried. I applied Moroccan oil to the ends. My hair's been colored, and so it does have damage from color, and I like to protect it against heat and kind of seal in some moisture, and so this Moroccan oil will do the trick. I also used some Kevin Murphy anti-gravity spray. Just sprayed it. I lift up my hair, I spray it right on the roots. It kind of gives me some body in there just through my normal blow drying, and both of those products are for sale at the salon I work at, and they are both excellent products. So we'll get right into how I curl my hair. So my hair is about a medium thickness, and I usually put my hair into 2 or 3 sections when I curl my hair, but I'm just going to get the top half out of the way right now. So kind of gather that top half up. And I'm just using a little butterfly clip for this. I'm sure it looks real good right now, but oh well. So you can see my hair has some natural wave in it, and just blow drying it, I would either need to kind of press it with a hair straightener to get it to be like a pretty kind of straight hair, or I can just curl it. So before I curl, I like to apply a medium finish hairspray. So I use this Moroccan oil luminous hairspray. It has a really great smell. Some hairsprays to me smell really bad. This one does not. And with the medium finish, I can still like run my hands through my hair. It just provides a little bit of something for it to stick to. So I kind of spray that layer a little bit. Try and hold it like about a foot away from my head. And then I kind of run my hands through it so there's not too much in any one area. But you can feel it. You can feel like a slightly sticky residue on your hair after you do that. So then I'll get a section, and I just kind of pick it out about an inch wide. And I start my curling iron in the middle of the section. And I do a loop so that this curl will be really set in right there. And then I kind of work my way down. And then I like the loose waves, so I kind of pull it out and just kind of slide that in through it. And what that does is it gives you just that slight, like, lived-in look at the bottom instead of it being like a perfect curl at the bottom of your hair. So I just continue doing that around my hair. Another thing is I do like to curl my hair away from my face. I just like how that looks better. But whatever works for you guys. I'll show you a trick on the top half. So if you're curling your hair all in the same direction every day, sometimes your hair will kind of go into being one giant curl, and you want it to look more textured like individual curls. And so the way you can keep from doing that is to sneak one in going the opposite direction. But this first layer, I'm going to do them all the direction I want. My hair is short, so for me, I really have to reach my hands around to the back of my head, and it's a little bit more tricky. If you have long hair, chances are you're not going to be curling this close to the root anyway. So it's really nice because for you, you can just bring your hair around to the front. Before I cut all my hair off, that's what I always did. And that way you can really see what you're doing the whole time, and it's not hard. So just kind of pull it down like that. All right. And so my bottom half is done. just kind of loosely curled. Now I'm not touching them and putting my fingers through them yet. I'm going to spray it one more time just with the medium hairspray. Unless I'm like really trying to get a style to stay. I usually don't ever use like a really heavy hairspray that's really strong, because I don't like that feeling that I can't move my hair and play with my hair. So I am going to do my hair in 3 sections today, just because I like the top to be like very curled. So this middle section's down now. It's just about this band right here. So I'm going to go through, once again, my medium finish hairspray. I'm going to spray it so it coats all these layers of hair. And a lot of you have probably never experienced hairspraying your hair before you curl it. That, from my experience, does more for making your curls stay than spraying your hair after, to be quite honest. It is a lot better, because then once the hairspray is on the hair, if the hair is straight, you have a chance to like spray the entire hair shaft with the hairspray. If it's curled, you're going to miss those pieces where it's like, you know, where the curls are. You're not going to get hairspray coating the whole thing. So that's one benefit, is that you've actually coated the whole hair shaft with hairspray. Another benefit is that the heat from the curling iron kind of like sets in that hairspray, and it really helps it stay. So yeah, highly, highly recommend that if you're a girl who has a problem having your hair, like you've curled it, you've slaved over it, and then, the curls won't stay. That's so annoying. So I feel for you there. So try spraying it beforehand. You'll probably like that a lot more. Sometimes it helps me to have a mirror that's not be straight on in a mirror, but instead to be like slightly to the side, so I can see when I'm pulling my hair around from the back. Just like make sure I have all my hair in my hand. That way I don't like look in the mirror at the end and be like, oh, I missed a whole section of hair. That's so annoying. So I'm still kind of curling away. I might sneak in one on this side going the opposite direction, just to kind of break them up so I don't have the giant curl going on. I'll still do this one away. So another thing you want to do is when you do start to curl it up, because these ends are sticking out, you want to make sure they're not getting mashed down in a way that is causing like a weird kink in your hair, because that will be hard to get out. And so that is the biggest thing, is like when I curl my hair, let's see. I'm going to take this one and go forward with it. So I'm coming around and I'm letting those ends just kind of stay loose right here. And then I loosen it once, curl it again, loosen it a couple more times, just kind of bounce the little lever. Then I let those ends go. This is just a good way to get an even curl over your whole strand of hair, because I know when I first learned how to use a curling iron when I was little, I thought that I needed to put my hair in, slide all the way to the ends, and then roll it up. Well, by the time you've rolled it up to the top of your hair, that hair is too far away from the curling iron to really get the effects of the heat. So, still kind of looks like this. I'm going to spray it once more just to kind of set it. But I'm still doing medium hairspray. Alright, now the top. I part my hair to either direction, so I just kind of look at where it looks like it's going to have more body today. So this side, pretty good. But I feel like I've got a little bit more chance of having body all day if I go this direction. So that's what I'm going to do. But sometimes I'll like flip it back over to the other direction halfway through the day. I never know. So I'm going to take half of it and just leave it over here. Kind of do a middle part for a second, which is not flattering on my face, by the way. And so I've got this like panel of hair to curl. So I'm just going to do a layer of hairspray and get that whole thing nice and good. Now these pieces right near your face are really where you want to have good technique, because you want these curls to look good, because they're what are going to be seen all day. So I sometimes leave it on there a little bit longer. But yeah, so I like that because it's curled, and then the end is just kind of loose. The end is not super polished. So I still haven't ran my fingers through it. It's still like very crisp, polished curls. If that's your style, that's fine. You could like leave your house with this, but for me, I am going to rake my fingers through it and kind of mess them up. So this is what I was talking about. This is an extra strong finish hairspray, also by MoroccanOil. I'm just going to spray like a quick couple sprays with this one, just to get a little bit of polish. So just a couple clouds of spray. And then if this were me and I still hadn't done my makeup, or I had a few things to do before I left my house, I would just let my hair stay like this. I wouldn't run my fingers through it yet. But for the purpose of the video, I will show you that. So the longer you can let it sit like this, probably the better for your style. But what I do is I just kind of tilt my head back and brush my fingers through my hair. You can rake your fingers all the way through it. So now you've got these like lived in beach waves. They're not too polished on the ends, but they're also not like curl, 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 straight ends, which sometimes it's hard not to get that with the wand. I do have a few curls in there to break it up so it doesn't turn into one giant curl, but you can see where you're at risk for that, like right here in the front, like that's all going that way. So maybe if you don't like that look, you can sneak one more in going the opposite direction. But for me, this is how I would style my hair on a usual day. I maybe would put it half up when I'm done, throw a braid in there, anything like that. But yeah, it's a good style. It'll last until tomorrow for me. And then when I come back for second day, I usually touch up a couple curls. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I hope you learned something today. Remember, you can get any of these products at Hairpiece Salon in Bearden behind Shuck. That is where I work and do hair Tuesday through Friday. And if you'd like to book an appointment with me, I would love to teach you some things one-on-one as well. So get in touch if you'd like to do that, and thanks for tuning in. Bye guys.